the day is round. So, remember, file, make a copy. In real life, let's look at the non-example. Round has real meaning in real life. In debate, it has a very different meaning. So, a round in debate is one complete rotation of the time limits in a speech or debate event. Everybody really focus. I'm going to say that again. Try and wrap your brain around that. A round is one complete rotation of the time limits in a speech or debate event. So if you look at examples, this is slightly different for each one of you, but if you're oratory, your round, or your rotation of all the times, your round is one 7 to 8 minute speech. And then you have 3 rounds for oratory with 3 opponents and 3 different judges. So that's 3 different speeches, basically, 3 rounds. Extemp, your round is very different. An extemp round has the 20 minutes of prep time plus the 4-minute speech. And each round is comprised of that 24 minutes. And they have a different question they draw for each round. And they have a different judge. And they give 3 different speeches with 3 different judges. For LD, your round is comprised of the time limits, which are weird, right? LD, it's 4-2, 5-2, 3-2, 3-2. All of those together are one LD round. And then, again, you'll have 3 different opponents, 3 different judges, 3 different rooms where you will have your 3 different rounds. And policy is the longest round, which is the complete rotation of all the time limits. So policy, you've got 5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 3-3, 3-3. Right? All that together is one policy round. And you'll have 3 rounds with 3 opponents and 3 judges. So, that being said, if you look at the picture, this is an example of a high school schedule for the rounds in high school. Now, don't let it freak you out. In high school, sometimes they have 2-day tournaments, but that's because everybody goes to the Friday tournament, and then in high school, only the best of the best go to the second day. Make sure you're focusing, ignore your neighbors. So when you see those rounds, right, like on Saturday, you can see like there's like round 3, and then semifinals, and then finals. Charlie, ignore your neighbor. You gotta know this, dude. All of that together, right, like that completes the whole tournament. But at our tournaments, there's just 3 rounds. It's one day. Everybody does all 3 rounds. Okay, so don't let that freak you out. That's also what the picture back here shows, that this shows another tournament schedule. Okay, so a couple last things about round that you need to know. It's really normal to have wait times in between your rounds. So what normally happens at the tournament, we get there, we go on the bus, we show up, there's some wait time because we have to wait for all the other schools to show up. They have opening announcements, then they set you all loose and everybody goes and finds where they're debating. And then you have your round 1. After round 1, there's going to be a wait time because you have to wait for all the other debates to finish, and then they should tell you where to go for round 2. So there's always some wait time at tournaments. There's actually quite a bit depending on who you are. Policy will have the least wait time. Extemp usually has the most, but it's kind of staggered. So anyways, always bring something to keep yourself entertained at a debate tournament because of all the wait time. And the rounds are scheduled to last 1 hour, and that's because of policy. That total, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 3-3, 3-3, plus the prep time in policy, all of that equals 46 minutes. Plus there's the time to get there and there's the time to leave. So each round lasts an hour. And some tournaments, it goes really smoothly. These days, our tournaments have actually been running way better than they used to. You are very lucky. Like 12 years ago, when I first started being a coach in our district, we would have major problems that made the whole tournament kind of die. So usually, like you're kind of going from one round to the next pretty quickly without too much wait time. But every once in a while, you'll have a problem. Like one year, all the printers in the whole tournament stopped working, and so it made the whole tournament last longer. One year, not enough judges showed up, and so it made the whole tournament last longer. So it really just depends on how successful like the tournament is, how fast the rounds go, okay? So again, everybody at the March tournament will have 3 rounds. 3 different judges. You'll do your debate 3 times or your speech 3 times. And then policy and LD, lots of us have already talked about this, but in case it's not really clear, policy and LD, look at the second sentence. You will be AF and you will be neg sometimes. You will end up debating both sides, which means that during all of our tournament prep, we'll be preparing for both sides. That usually it goes af, neg, af for your 3 rounds, or neg, af, neg. And it's very, very rare to have somebody who gets all 3 af or all 3 neg. It's not supposed to happen. If it does happen, it means a mistake happened. Okay, so does anyone have any clarifying questions? Because it's super important that you understand that you're going to have 3 rounds at a tournament. Any questions for me? So for the you try box, I know this one's a little bit tougher, but like you could tell me about like what your experience will be like at the tournament. You could use the word round in a sentence, in the debate sense. Don't use it in real life sentence, in the real life sense. But everybody in debate 1, go ahead and give me your own example in the you try box. I'll give you a minute to think.